Yeah, Maverick Nation, YouTube family wagwan. Continue to watch and subscribe and spread the word about the Oral Tracy Maverick YouTube channel, And drop a comment in the comment section. Yeah, we try and get to as much as them as possible. And spread the word about the channel too, because I still the best and most credible opinion, Right. Guess what we did now? The USAIN Bolt SSL saga take a new twist. New twist. New evidence. Emerge over the weekend. And me go demonstrate it. Guess what? You see the 12.7 million US dollars USAIN Bolt money? It was invisible. Nobody never see it. Invisible money. Virtual money. It never visible. Nobody never see it. Yeah. So all this talk about USAIN Bolt, $12 million missing. It was invisible. So how if you go missing and it's invisible? Me have the evidence. You think the saga is easy? And it not done anytime soon, But listen to this now. You remember the list with the lady in question, the lady now where you call her, the person of interest, the person who was the former employee, yeah, and that everybody call her. The former employee, Miss Pantan, she name, right? But she name, our Pantan, she name, her name, the pen and paper here too. But that lady, you remember the list where she did put out? Over how much? Over almost $5 million US dollars defrauded. She admitted to defrauding from clients. And USAIN Bolt not upon it. So that's the first evidence. Say USAIN Bolt money was invisible. See? Because USAIN Bolt have one of the biggest portfolio of them in the company. And she had take money left, right, and center. And no record of her taking any money from USAIN Bolt. Eh? Why she didn't respect Bolt so she never touched Bolt money? Or was it invisible? But I know this is the clinching piece of evidence, Listen to the clinching piece of evidence now. Coming out the newspaper yesterday. Yesterday's Gleaner. See? Bolt's name never came up. I'm going to read it, The two previous CEOs of SSL. Yeah? The two people who were the CEOs up to last year and the previous 5 years combined. None of them never see USAIN Bolt on the books. I'm going to read it. Listen to this. All right, so listen to the headline. Bolt's name never came up. All right. First of all, former CEOs say they were unaware that Trackstar was a client of SSL. Listen to this now. Former CEO at SSL, Mr. Zachary Harding, said in his nearly 3 years at SSL, from September 2019 to June 2022, he did not know that the Sprint legend was a client, let alone that he had one of the biggest portfolios with the investment company over the past decade. Yeah. During my time, this is a quote now, during my time at USL, USAIN Bolt's name never came up even once in a management meeting as a client of SSL. I had no knowledge whatsoever of any client relationship with USAIN Bolt or any entity that he may have been a part of. That Mr. Harding, the former CEO between 2019 and 2022. Harding reiterated, it just never came up. Adding that with a client of Bolt's magnitude, it certainly would have been at the top of the list. The CEO is the chief executive officer, and the boss were responsible for the investment company, So Bolt name never came up, and he was unaware that Bolt was a client. I'll go further. All right. So that is Mr. Zachary Harding. He was CEO from 19 to 22, as me say. Now, this other lady now, her name is Lamar Harris. Listen, she now. Harris was CEO of SSL between March 2018 and February 2019. So just a little bit under a year that, right? But she was there immediately prior to Zachary as CEO. But prior to that, she held other senior posts with the group from June 2012 when she was manager investment banking. Thereafter, she rose to vice president client services in 2014 and general manager company secretary from 2015. All right. Asked if she had any recollection of Bolt or any company he was attached to being mentioned as a client of SSL, Harris said she did not recall. So if Usain Bolt was a client of this company, who more conspicuous to the world than Usain Bolt? Who? Name me one other individual in the world. Me don't even say Jamaica, more conspicuous than Usain Bolt. Tell me how much portfolio they would have in an SSL portfolio, loan single portfolio, with over 12 million US dollar in it. None of the CEO them say them they were aware that Usain Bolt was a client of the company at the time they were CEOs. More evidence say Usain Bolt money invisible. Now my mind start think now, and me I think to myself, it's either somebody are tell lie, or people are telling lie, or me I ponder some more possibilities. Maybe Bolt money did come in a kind of secret level, as a secret level client, where the general staff and even the management never know about. Some individual or powerful group of individual take Bolt money and just deal with it on a little private portfolio. Either that or Bolt money actually never got into SSL officially. Yeah, think about it. Because, look here. Think about it rationally. If the CEO them, the two CEO them over the previous, from 28, remember I said Bolt same having business with them from 2010, And counting from 2018, 5 years that, So the two CEOs, it cut across two CEOs. Let us say one of the CEO, them mid-lock. Them couldn't see, visually impaired. So them couldn't see it. But the next one come and couldn't see it either. They're not invisible money. And look, here's another thing. It emerged now. It out there in the streets long time, about the link between SSL and the governing Jamaica Labour Party. Yeah, it out in the streets long time, but it established now. See? And that's the reason why the government and the senior members of the government has been so relatively quiet about this issue. But look here. When we talk, I've been talking about this issue from the break. And obviously, I realize now, you see politics in Jamaica, you run the risks of cheapening serious discourse when you inject politics in it. Because with this issue, my PNP friend call me and I say, yeah, Maverick, go and beat them. Go and beat them. My Labour Red friend call me and I say, well, Maverick, how you deal with so wicked man already? You see me, I say, but me don't want politics dilute the discussion, Because the issue of corruption and double standard, to me, it cuts across all barriers in Jamaica, This is not a political thing. And I don't want nobody politicize my argument for cheap political gain. Me I make a general point and me I make the chips fall where they may. Now, if the JLP is in a bed with SSL, if that's a fact, that's a fact. So cause it what it may. And it makes logical sense based on how subdued the political leadership have been, especially on the government side. So it would have follow. Say there's some link there and some connection there, and we can extrapolate from that to Holland. So all this thing with FSC and monitor SSL, and but as things are emerging now, information are come out now, say SSL should really lock down long time, So the question now, whether or not there was government interference in the FSC to stop them from shut down SSL, a reasonable question them. If it come down upon labor right, If I did PNP, it come down upon PNP. I don't want to politicize this if you make it get cheap and dilute. Because that politics though with serious issues, It just get partisan. So the man over there, so the green shirt man a pull aside and the orange shirt man a pull aside. Blue shirt me have on. It should be a gold, black and green shirt. It should be a Jamaica shirt me have on today. Because I don't want that something get politicized and then we turn it into political football. And the people them get squeezed in the big light. You see me I say? This thing has sting to high heavens. Anyway, invisible money. And that's how it reached now. That's the latest chapter. By later, or tomorrow, you probably will get another episode. So the money never quite invisible. He'd have some little blue mark upon it. But right now, the two CEO them, none of them never know about the money. 12 point odd million US dollar. And your CEO don't know about it. Eh? Make we go and monitor the soap opera now. Yeah, man, we are going to monitor it. See it? What do you think? What do you think about invisible money? What do you think about bold invisible money? Big portfolio, 12 million US dollar. People who manage the place don't know about it. Big USAIN Bolt. The conspicuous name Usain Bolt is not John Smith, you know, or Michael Williams, you know. Is Usain Bolt, you know. Nobody else in the world knows Usain Bolt, you know. Nobody else in the world knows the fastest man in the world but Usain Bolt, you know. 12 million US dollar is not every time strokes a walk up on the street I go drop 12 million US dollar in a bank, in a investment company, you know. And the CEO them say they never see it. Money invisible. Account invisible. Bolt invisible. What if he said that saga you not done yet? Stay tuned, people. Stay tuned.